Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode on the TimeShot server. I am Atyrum, and I just got done recording the first part of a bit of a collab with Mara on the server, and I'm actually on my way back to my base right now. But you'll see that collab come up at some point. We still have to do the second part of it. I won't talk about what it is because reasons, but anyways, so there have been some developments in the area of my base over here, as you can probably tell from me walking towards it. I've been working a lot on my Jedi Enclave here off camera since the last episode. I would have been recording some of the parts of me building it, but unfortunately, due to the living situation my wife and I are in right now, and the fact that she is usually in the house and I just don't have time to record, which will change once we move. We are moving into a house. Rather than an apartment, there was a bit of a last-minute change of plans for a number of reasons that I'm not going to really get into. But we are moving into a house, and I'm going to have my own office, my own recording studio. We have 3 bedrooms. There's only 2 of us, and we're married, so we sleep in the same bedroom, of course. But yeah, the 3rd bedroom, the one on the main floor, is going to be my recording studio, so I'll actually have a place to record basically whenever I want. I mean, I'm not going to, interrupt something my wife and I are doing to record, but when she's upstairs studying in her office, I can actually, do my recording and stuff and not be a bother. So anyways, I don't want to blab too much about that. You guys are probably wondering what the heck happened to my base over here. But I've been doing a lot of building up. I had to do a lot of resource gathering. I've been getting a lot of clay and such from the mesa, and as well as the sandstone. And there was one little piece out over here that was out of place. I'm surprised nobody mentioned it. I almost didn't notice it, but I fixed that. There was a little corner piece that was missing over here. I'm not going to break it because I might have to replace all the stuff over again. But yeah, I did a lot of resource gathering, and also upgraded all my tools and such. So they all have mending on them, and they're all more or less maxed out. I think I had to redo some of these because there was a little issue with the server shutting down while I was on it, which kind of wiped my player file. So I had to get downgraded to a player file from the day before, I think. And yeah, so I had done some upgrades to my tool. I think I had efficiency 5 on this, but I can redo all that stuff. That's fine. But anyways, yeah, I've got a lot done on here. I've been doing some terraforming around this area as well. I did these hallways. I don't think I showed these. Yeah, because I think the last thing I really showed was just the front path over there. I just had some dirt up over here. So yeah, I've kind of got the central courtyard done as well, although I think I could use a little bit of something else to offset the fact that there's so much gray up here. I'm not sure if maybe I'll put an orange ring around up here, which wouldn't really look like the Jedi Enclave in the Knights of the Republic games, but I've kind of, been branching off from that anyway, and this doesn't really look like it much. I mean, from the outside, it just looks very different from the outside than it looks in the game. I mean, you can probably tell that it's influenced by that, but in the games, this little, this dome over here is much wider, and these, I don't even know what these are supposed to be. These are a bit more spaced out, so you can't really tell how circular it is from over here, but that's okay. I think it looks all right, and we'll do a lot more work in the scenery department out here, too. Probably do some more custom trees like I got in the middle over there. Speaking of which, I think this is the first time I've really done a custom tree. I did decide to go with jungle wood. I think that probably looks a little bit closer to what the wood in the actual game looks like, as opposed to using, I think I was planning on using acacia wood instead, but I think this looks better, and it allows me to cut down some jungle wood in the jungle, because I know some of the people on the server are trying to get parrots to spawn. So I did cut down some trees over there, although I don't think that was really necessary, because I think we already had the spawning planned out. But I do have a lot of jungle wood now, so I gotta find a use for that. Kind of use it as my random generic crap wood for crafting tables and sticks and such at the moment. But yeah, this is the courtyard right here. Like I said, I do want to offset all the color down here with some color up here. I might grow some vines down here, maybe, with string on the ends so they don't grow on forever. I think that could look nice, though. I did put some lily pads inside these little ponds over here. I think in the actual games there's a little bit of grass, but I don't really have space for that, so I can't really do that. And then over this area, I have been clearing out some more land over here. I'm going to have to finish up that hallway right there, and then over here is going to be where I'll put probably kind of like a dormitory. because I would put my bedroom over here, but I do want this to be more like an actual Jedi, Enclave / Academy, rather than just be my personal house that happens to look like it. So I will put more like a dormitory kind of thing over here, and then kind of have a storage area that will be, it's all my bedroom, my storage area, but it'll look more like a dormitory than a personal bedroom, because I think that makes sense. Although I could have a personal bedroom, like the Jedi Master's quarters or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what we end up with. Because right now I'm kind of planning on having the dormitory area be on the right over here. The storage can be on the left, and then I could maybe have like a three-way hallway right here, and then have like a Jedi Master's bedroom over here for myself. Although it doesn't really matter. All I really need is a bed to sleep in, and I'm not going to be in this building here forever. I've already got plans for builds outside of spawn as well that I'm going to start looking for locations for soon. And then over this way will be like the council chambers, a big circular room probably right around here. Is this my netherrack that I put down when I was trying to plan this stuff out? I think it probably is. Oh, and hi there, zombie. I think there's some unlit up caves down here somewhere, so we may have to go fix those up at some point. Or is it just this little area right here? Oh, and there's witches over there. I don't want to play with the witches. Yeah, I think it might just be that area, and that might be because I covered it up. Maybe this might have been open before. I can't quite remember. But yeah, so the council chamber will be over here. It's probably going to be kind of like open air. It's going to look a little bit like this. It's going to be maybe a little bit smaller than this room because this is kind of like the central area, and I don't want one of the off rooms to be, larger than that. But yeah, it's going to be open air, although in the first Knights of the Old Republic games, it does have kind of like a ceiling and stuff, and it has like the central, like, almost like a cone coming down from the ceiling. But I don't really like that. I think I like the open air style, and they do have that in the second Knights of the Old Republic games, game, singular. But of course, you guys probably don't have any idea what I'm talking about unless you have played those games. But yeah, it's going to be open air council chamber, and there's probably going to be like a training room over here as well, because that's the way it's set up in the game. So yeah, you'll come in this way, and you'll kind of walk in. There'll be kind of like a holding area right here, kind of like a waiting room. The council chambers is almost like a courtroom almost. And I might actually set up like some chairs around it as well, although those aren't really in the games. There's something invisible right here, isn't there? I see particles. Did I get hit with something? Or is that witch somewhere near me? I hear the little laughing. I don't know where it's coming from, though. I thought I saw particles a second. Yeah, there's particles right here, aren't there? Where the heck is it? I mean, there's nobody else online. That's not somebody using an invisibility potion. Okay, that's creeping me out a little bit, but let's continue with what we were talking about. Actually, let's go ahead and get some blocks so we can go ahead and lay out kind of the shape and size of how I want everything to fit out, and that way, you guys can visualize it a little bit better than, just me blabbing about it, staring at a little plot of dirt over there. Okay, so we still got a bit of daylight left here. Let's go ahead and find some random blocks to use. Probably dirt. Dirt's easy to clean up again. And yeah, I really got to get started. I think my next project, I'm going to lay out the council chambers, kind of the entrance to them and such right now. But my next project needs to be my storage room, because I am running out of space in that little dirt shack. There's not really any space to put more chests in there, and I don't want to be throwing chests around outside because that just does not look nice. So yeah, we got to work on the storage room, so that'll be over here. That's going to be probably, I don't know if I'll work on it next episode or if I'll work on it off camera and then kind of show it off next episode. But yeah, we got to fill in this dirt over here and get that all set up. And then, yeah, there's going to be kind of like a training room and the, like a holding area with some seats and such. We'll have to see what blocks we want to use as seats. I think I have an idea. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I think I have an idea for what I want it to look like, because I think they had benches in the Knights of the Old Republic games. That's a mouthful to say. So from now on, I'm going to use the acronym KOTOR. From now on, I mean, I might, just to avoid confusion from anybody who's not familiar with the games, anytime I mention it, I'll probably at the beginning of the episode call it Knights of the Old Republic. But from then on, I'll just say KOTOR, because it's a lot easier to say than trying to say, oh, Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic. Just saying it over and over again. It gets a little bit irritating. So, yeah, so this hallway is going to end right here, and then there's going to be kind of like a little, yeah, it's going to be kind of like a little tiny area over here. How wide do we want this? Not too wide. It's not that big in the games. If we just do kind of like a 4x4, I think that should be fine. And the question is, does that give us enough space for a couple benches? I think we want to expand it just a little bit over this way. And then I probably want to go grab some materials to make a bench with. Yeah, because then we could put a bench right here, and we could put one... let's actually make it a little bit longer this way, too. See, this is why I don't usually do building and planning and all that kind of stuff on camera. Because I tend to do a lot of, you know, like, I'm going to put this here... Did I talk about this last episode, by the way? I think I probably did. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put that there. Oh, wait, I'm going to destroy that, and I'm going to build this. And, you know, I'm so indecisive when I'm building. Like, even when I'm basing something off of source material, like I am right now, I tend to go back on what I was doing. I tend to, you know, build something and then completely tear it down. For example, this dome right here, I had already, you know, like, built it and torn it down once in between episodes there. So let's see. Oh, I do have a couple of shulker boxes now, because Poet and I were in the end. There was one more Elytra, which I also have in my ender chest right here, which I'm kind of afraid to use because I'm afraid of losing it. But there was one more Elytra in the end that I went ahead and grabbed, because obviously I did not have a chance to grab one before. Let's see. Stone slabs or stone brick slabs? We'll see what they look like. I'll go test them out over in that area just to see what I think looks best. But yeah, we were in the end, and we found, thanks to Spacey MC, who let us know that there might be a couple of Elytras left in the end. Poe was in there taking a look, and I was actually already on my way over there, and I had to log off for a second, but I came back on, and he had found the last Elytra, but he let me have it, which was nice of him, so I guess I kind of forgive him for taking my stuff in the first episode, but not really. But anyways, so let's go ahead and try setting up these benches and see how they look. But yeah, I mean... I'll try not to do too much stuff off camera. I mean, I kind of avoid doing too much building off camera just because I feel like it gets a little bit boring sometimes. And we're going to go ahead and set up a couple benches over here so I can test out both designs. Let's try making this one a bit longer. But do we really want it to be that high? Because that looks more like a table than a bench. I feel like that might be a little bit too high. What if we go ahead... I'm going to need to sleep in a second here because this area is not all lit up properly. What if we went ahead and did something like this? And like that, maybe? I don't know if I like that, though. I feel like it needs to have legs. Like, it needs to be up in the air, but even putting it up, you know, like a half slab like that, it makes it look more like a table than a bench. We might have to mess around with that. I'm going to go run back over here and sleep. I got ender pearls, might as well do that. But yeah, we'll mess around with that in a second here. Let me go ahead and sleep the night away, because while my actual, like, area right around my base is mostly lit up, it's mostly the areas around here that are not quite lit up. This path here was lit up before, but since nobody else was really building out here, all this area out here and like all this over here is not lit up, and you can see I think something burning over there, so gonna have to be on the lookout for creepers like those guys over there, because I don't want to blow up my stuff. And I think I might actually want to expand this out one more block maybe, just to make sure that we can fit a 4-block long bench over here. Is that enough space to do that in? Let's go ahead and get our stone bricks and slabs and such out again. And if we go like that and that... Oh, is there still a witch around here? I still hear it. Is it just the one down underground over there or what? Like, seriously. That's okay, maybe. I don't know. I really just don't know. What if we went like this, though? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Okay, let's try... We just... No, that's not going to work, though. I don't want it to look like that. For now, I'm just going to go like this. And if you guys have any suggestions for what these benches should look like, go ahead and post them in the comments. Because I don't want to make them too big, and I don't want them to be, you know... Oops, didn't mean to click on that. I don't want them to be too much in the way here. Because it kind of needs to fit in this, you know, 4x1 space like that. I don't want it to be any bigger than that. I mean, maybe we'll just go with the stone brick stairs like this, or maybe we'll just replace these out with regular stone bricks and put something on them, maybe, like flower pots. That could be... That's acceptable, I suppose. I mean, I did kind of want them to be raised up. I kind of wanted to make them look more like a... Rather than like a couch, like which is almost what this looks like, I wanted to look more like a stone bench. Like, I wanted them to have that general shape that I kind of showed you earlier. I'll go ahead and put one of those down real quick. I kind of wanted them to have, you know, the general shape like that. But that just looks too tall for me. Like, I mean, we could make the whole grounds half slabs, but then this doesn't... You can't see the legs still. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. Okay, so... what we were doing. We were planning out our area over here. So that's that. And we probably want to go out an equal number of blocks in this direction over here. So we probably need to dig out some more of this. That's the other reason there's not much lighting around here, is because I've been doing a lot of terraforming, like probably more than maybe you realize. So I would encourage you, once the overviewer map comes out at the beginning of next month is when we'll have the next world download here. I'd encourage you to take a look and see how much terraforming I did, because I'm going to be interested to see exactly what it looks like, how the change looks from, you know, last overviewer where I wasn't even on the map to this one where there's a whole new building here and obviously a whole bunch of terraforming as well. Okay, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks this way. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is gonna, I'm gonna get rid of all this grass here. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like chopping down trees and destroying grass, but I'm gonna plant it all back again. You guys probably saw at the entrance to the building over there. You can actually see the grass that I went ahead and replanted there. And then this will go like this. The actual entrance will be right here. I'm gonna make that, yeah, 3 blocks wide. That way it's the same as right there. And then this over here, oops, placing too many blocks at once. This right over here will be the entrance to the training area. Let's make that a 3 wide doorway as well. And then the training room itself, I'm trying to remember how big that was in the games. And then over here, I'm not sure, I don't think there's going to be anything over here, because in the games there's not really anything in this area right here. So yeah, I think the training, I just saw purple particles there. I could have sworn I saw them. Did you guys see that? Because I could have sworn I saw them. I don't know what that would be. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Too long talking to myself, although I haven't even been recording that long, I don't think. But yeah, this should go out this way and should be fairly large. And then I might hang like some swords on the walls. One thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go find a Star Wars texture pack. Not to use the texture pack itself, but just to replace the sword textures and possibly the bow textures with lightsabers and blaster rifles, just to fit the theme of what I'm doing right now. I don't want to completely, like Star Wars texture pack, just because I am playing on a multiplayer server and I want what I build to look the same as everyone. I mean, I am using the default 32x32 texture pack, but I think that one's a bit more acceptable because it does look mostly the same, and by mostly the same, I mean like almost completely the same, especially at a distance, to the default textures, so I don't really mind doing that. Okay, so that's going to come out like that, and I think this should be a good size for this training room here. And then this actually has an entrance to the council chambers as well, so that'll probably end up being right about there. And actually, we're going to expand this wall out this way. I think that would be a good idea, because I feel like we need room for an actual training floor in the middle right here, and kind of, the place where you'd practice your lightsaber skills and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and then in the actual games in this room, there's also a workbench where you actually go to create your first lightsaber. I suppose that's not really spoilers, so I don't mind saying that. And that should be plenty of space. I might come back off camera and make sure it's a perfect square, because it's starting to look like one. And if it looks close to a perfect square, it has to actually be a perfect square. Otherwise, I need to make it look more like a rectangle. Otherwise, it's going to bother me. So yeah, so that's all plotted out, and then I'm going to make a circle over here. We can go ahead and cover up some of this stuff. There were a couple of caves, open caves over here that I already covered up. But yeah, and there's also a ravine somewhere around this area as well, I think, unless someone covered that up as well. I don't think it's in this general area, so I don't have to worry too much about it. I think I almost fell in there at one point. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to have to do a bit of work covering this all up. I probably have a decent amount of dirt already, so I don't need to go gather any more dirt. So yeah, I think we've just about, I don't know how long this video's been going. I need to start, excuse me, I think I've had too much to drink. I'm starting to belch. By drink, I mean flavored water, carbonated water. I'm not drinking anything that's not family friendly, just a heads up. But yeah, I think we're about good there. So I'll go ahead and end off this episode here, and hopefully I will probably record another one of these tomorrow. Today's Saturday. I'll record one tomorrow and probably post this one on Monday, and then post another episode later in the week. That way I can space them out a little bit, and I'm mostly doing that because I know I have time to record both today and tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'll have time to record during the week, so that'll probably work out pretty well. And yeah, so once my wife and I move into our house as well, you should be able to find, or should be able to look forward to some streams for me as well. I'd like to do streaming again. It's just right now, when I have that free time to do recording, I'd rather get recording done rather than, you know, spend an hour to an hour and a half doing a stream when I could have, you know, recorded an episode or two in that time. Because I just do have a limited amount of time that I can do all that stuff in. But once we move into our new place and I actually have my own recording studio and all of that, I can actually do streams at a frequent rate. Can I say that word? And I should be able to actually, you know, set a schedule. I don't know how frequently I'll do them. Possibly just something like, I don't know. I'll start probably once a week or something like that. I'll try and, you know, set a time that I can do streams once every week, and I think that should work out. And then after that, we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, I'll end the episode off here. Stop rambling on while not doing anything productive. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode of TimeShot.